Well, it is officially 3 o'clock Eastern Time on a Sunday afternoon in Michigan. How's it going, guys? It's Jer Bear. Today's date is Sunday, August 14th, 2022. Thank you so much for stopping by this week and indulging me for the next hour, roughly, give or take. Joining me off camera today is Dad, who's out in the kitchen. And we've got Amy sitting on the couch also off camera. Well, Dad will be coming in camera shortly. He's out preparing a snack. Oh, here he comes.
Hey.
Okay, he peeked in real quick to say, hey. So much to go over today. I hope you've all been doing well. I hope you had a wonderful week. My week was pretty good. There's a lot to go over. So today is my cousin Anthony's 19th birthday. So happy birthday to my cousin Anthony. And on this channel in particular, we have reached a particular milestone. This is officially the 800th video on my channel since I started it back in 2000 and I want to say about 2015. May 27th of 2015 is when I started this channel. So this is the 800th video officially. So that's a big deal for me anyway. Maybe not for you guys, but for me, it's a pretty big deal. And I'm now officially currently in a relationship with someone. And I'm not going to give too many details, but she's, someone I've liked for quite a while. And we decided to make it official, make the relationship official. So, yes, I am now officially spoken for. It feels great. It felt great being single, but it also feels great being in a relationship with someone. So for me, it's a win-win situation. So, first of all, before I get to my week in review, how was your week, Amy? You celebrated a birthday last week.
Yeah, it was all right.
It was all right. She turned the big 5-0 last week on August 10th.
Yeah, look at tell everybody I'm at the top and getting ready to roll.
You're half a century old now, officially. Dad will probably give us a clue on how his week was when he gets back in here. He's in the kitchen preparing a snack right now. I think he's getting hickory stick and crackers, which
the only thing is the bummer was I was supposed to go to the races for my birthday and they canceled them for what?
Yeah, for rain, wasn't it? Wasn't it a rain delay or whatever?
Rain.
Yeah, what rain? Yeah, she was supposed to go to the races out at the Owasso Speedway, but they canceled it because of rain being in the forecast. And we didn't get rain, maybe, I don't know, sprinkles, a few sprinkles here and there. I guess
that's what I think they got in Owasso too.
I guess that counts as rain to a certain extent. But usually Amy goes to the Shiawassee County Fair for her birthday, but this year she decided to do things a little differently, which is fine.
Been actually doing it for a while now.
Yeah. I don't go to the county fairs because they're just too expensive. I haven't been to a fair in a long time, years. I don't even remember the last time I was at a fair, but I'm pretty sure it was the Shiawassee County Fair. The last fair I was at was the Shiawassee County Fair because my niece Angel and her boyfriend at the time, I think they're still boyfriend, girlfriend, they were in Michigan, and we all went to the fair. I think this was before she had kids, before Angel had kids. Remember that when we went to the fair? And I thought her boyfriend was crazy for spending $9 on a bucket of French fries, but whatever. The fair is usually expensive anyway, and that's I don't know. I'm just really not a fair person, but I am fair. I try to be fair. I try to be civil and I try to be understanding. I am overall a fair person, but I don't know that's the words that, the same words are spelt the same, sound the same, but had different meaning.
I hate those words.
Yeah, they have double meaning to them. But my week was pretty good. Of course, I had officially got into a relationship with this girl that I've known for quite some time. And so it's been great. So far, so good. We're taking things slow. We did make plans, but she's got some other things she's got to take care of. And I wish the best for her, and I'm doing all I can to help her. And so I really hope things work in this relationship. Like I said, we've known each other for a long time. We met each other once, and we've just been friends on Facebook this whole time. But we plan on getting together again sometime, hopefully soon. And I want to meet her son because I haven't met her son yet. She's got a little boy. Haven't met him yet. I'm excited to meet him. And as a matter of fact, I just got home about, I'd say, an hour ago. I was over in St. John's at a lemonade stand for a local boy who's fighting leukemia. So I wanted to go over there and make sure I had shown my support. And I finally got to meet the warrior, by the way. I'm not going to give his name, but I finally got to meet him. Seems like a cool little dude. And I was happy to meet him. And so there's so much going on. I've been doing okay. I've been in an exceptionally pretty good mood for the most part. I try to stay upbeat and I try to stay happy. I try to, I crack jokes just to keep Dad and Amy staying afloat and, to keep them going and to keep them laughing. And, or sometimes I'll play practical jokes just to keep them going. So living with me is actually not a nightmare. It's actually beneficial because I can keep the show going, so to speak. I can bring life into a situation or into an environment that doesn't seem very happy-go-lucky. So one of the perks of living with me, huh, Amy?
Yeah.
But I've been in
I like those perks sometimes.
Yeah. I enjoy making people laugh, at best making people smile. But yeah, I've been in a pretty good mood, an exceptionally good mood for the most part. Adjust my mic here a little bit.
A lot of it is you got a female in your life now.
Well, and I have a woman in my life now, which is nice. And we're taking things slow. We're doing what we have to do to maintain. We're still friends, but we're also slowly but surely building upon the relationship. And I'm hoping for the best, of course. And even if things don't work out, we can still be friends. Dad's bringing me food. Knowing that I'm live on YouTube right now, but Dad, he insists that I fill my face while I'm being viewed from all over the world. So I excuse me for eating in front of everybody. And you're blocking my light, dude. Well, I know I got to eat, but when I was over at the lemonade stand in St. John's, I had a Reese's Buttercup and a Kit Kat and a glass of the Warriors lemonade, which was pretty good. So, you going to take these crackers?
No, I got some.
Oh, my goodness.
He's trying to fatten you up, Jared.
I know, but I don't like to eat in front of people, but Dad insists that I get a bite to eat while I am live on YouTube. And I do love cheese and crackers with hickory stick. It is really good. So, but yeah, there's a lot on. Dad, why don't you, you're chewing food right now, but I was going to say, ask you how your week was.
I'm doing good. Week went good. Hopefully good news for Jay and Crystal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sorry, folks. This is why I don't like to eat, because time's a wasting.
You get Loretta Lynn or Kathy Klein.
It was Loretta Lynn and Johnny Cash saying time's a wasting, but I think it was or no, not Loretta Lynn, June Carter.
Oh, okay.
Got me thinking Loretta Lynn and Johnny Cash. No, Carter. So I was in Saginaw last week and I went to Guitar Center. I was approved. Actually, I wasn't even approved another line of credit. The funny story. I was there about, I'd say, a couple weeks ago prior, and I wanted to apply for a line of credit because there was another DJ light that I wanted to get, and I got really good credit, by the way. And so I figured I go to Saginaw to Guitar Center, see if they can help me out. Well, the credit approval when I applied for it was denied. It was declined, and I couldn't understand, like, what's the deal? Why is that declined? I got good credit. I just paid you guys off. Well, as it turned out, because I had to call Synchrony Bank, that's the bank that Guitar Center goes through. And as it turns out, the card that I applied for previously is still good, and it still has a nice credit limit on it. And so I could just go back to Saginaw, get what I wanted, and then just make the payments. They'll send me the invoice in the mail, and then I just make the monthly payments. So that's what happened. That's why they declined me, because the card I had prior was still good. It was still active. So it's like, okay. So I just made the trip to Saginaw, and I got what I needed, brought it back home, and they'll send me the invoice in the mail. I was starting to get a little worried, honestly, considering that I have really good, squeaky clean credit, and I'm never delinquent on bills, and I couldn't understand why they declined me the approval of the card. But the card I have is already good, so it wouldn't make sense to have two cards. Just doesn't happen. But now I have another light, because I'm considering going into the DJing business. There's nothing written in stone just yet, but I would really highly consider that. So yeah, I would love to go into the DJing business. My brother says that it's a demanding job, because you have to interact with the people, which I think I do a pretty good job interacting with people. There's a lot of people that granted, I treat everybody nicely until I'm given a reason to not treat them nicely. But I'm usually good with people. I don't have, like, really major anxiety. But I can do, like, birthday parties and weddings and stuff like that.
I do have a lot of.
But I have a cousin who's also a disc jockey. He does weddings and such. And I think he's got his own lighting system. He's got his own setup. I got a buddy who lives just right over in Oakley. He has his own setup. So I'm going to try to build upon that and see where I go from there. I might actually be pretty good at it because I love music. What's that? Make a little cash. Yeah. Music. And what I want to do is I want to get a laptop, and I want to clean everything out on it. The programs I don't use, or they call them apps nowadays, but they're programs. I guess I'm old school, but I want to clean out all the stuff on the laptop that I do not use ever. And I want to make as much room as I can to store all the music onto the computer. And then just, gradually add on components, like I'm getting the lighting system set up. And what I want to do is just get as many songs as I can, because there's a lot of songs that resonate with people. There's a lot of popular songs, a lot of the one-hit wonder kind of songs, What's that? Well, I don't know about karaoke. Yeah, but I'm not really interested in karaoke. I would probably do like what Dan Richards does, like with the Monday Flashback out at Billy's Pine Run Inn, which I don't know if I might be going tomorrow. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but yeah, I want to do like what Dan Richards does. He plays country music, but with me, I would play, what's that? Yeah, well, of course he's good at it. He wouldn't be doing it if he wasn't good at it. But I'm thinking of just doing it that way. I don't want to get, because if I engage in the karaoke side of things, and that means that I have to build up more. That's more drive space I gotta have. That's and I, buying external hard drive space can be costly. I mean, I might have to do that anyway if I want to build up, a vast collection. So, but I really wasn't considering karaoke. I don't really want to do that. I want to just be like a mobile DJ kind of a guy, go to gigs, make some money, and eventually going to enough gigs, it'll pay for itself. All the equipment will pay for itself. So, and I think I do have a laptop in my bedroom. And what I'm going to do, I would like to, if possible, remove all the programs off it because I'm never going to use like Internet Explorer or anything like that, which, by the way, Internet Explorer is dead now. They have discontinued Internet Explorer. But I would be removing all the programs that I don't use anyway, and I'm just going to use it specifically for music. So the more space, the better. And, I'm kind of excited about it. And as I point out, my brother said that, well, but then you got to talk to people. Well, so fucking what? I talk to people anyway. It's really that big of a deal? I don't think it is. But I'm kind of excited about it. It'd be something to try. And, things don't work out, then you can tell me goodbye. Oh, that is the name of a song, by the way. You remember that song?
Yeah.
Then you can tell me goodbye. The original's by the Casinos, but I think a country music singer had done it. It was Neil McCoy. Neil McCoy had come out with a cover version of that song. Then you can tell me goodbye. The original is by the Casinos, and I think it was back in the late 50s or early 60s. I'd have to do my homework. But yeah, so there's that. And wow, I've just been really busy, and yes, I do seem a bit happy-go-lucky. I try to stay on the up and up when it comes to living life and constantly searching for tomorrow. That's what we should all be doing. And, we can't stop bad things from happening, but we can learn to roll with the punches as they come. And I think Dad and I, we've been doing pretty good. We have our good days, bad days, just like anybody else, but, we keep it going and we try to make the best out of not so ideal situations. I'm going to take another bite of this if you don't mind. I don't like to chew with my mouth full. Or talk with my mouth full, that is. Of course, I gotta chew so my mouth isn't full. I'll get it right eventually. I also wanted to remind you that my chat log is open. If you are civil and if you want to have a conversation, I welcome you to come in. But the minute you show me that you're anything but civil, if you're going to be an asshole and a condescending prick, I'll drop you like a fucking bad habit. So, but come on in and say hi. It's up to you. But anyway, where are my manners?
That's what they want, like, good, aren't they?
Cracker?
Father want a cracker?
But yeah, I don't know what my plans are for this week. I was actually wanting to go visit with my mother. I want to take a trip up to see my mom because I haven't talked to her in quite a while. Actually, I talked to her on the phone last week for about an hour and 20 minutes, which was really nice. Got a lot out into the open, and I told her that, soon enough I'll be coming up to see her and visit with her and probably have dinner with her. She's been down in the area, but yeah, I'm probably going to make a trip up to see her and to visit with her and have dinner with her. And I don't really appreciate people calling my mom and making threats and wishing that she's dead and calling her names. I don't take kindly to that. And only trashy people do trashy things. So I just consider the source and where it's coming from. I know who it is, who did it. But I'm not going to let that get in the way of me spending quality time with my mother. I'm not going to let it get in the way of me making memories with my mom. She's not like deathly ill or anything, but I like to visit with my mom, of course. She lives quite a ways away now, but I will make earnest attempts and efforts to go and see her, which reminds me I'll give her a call and we can arrange a time. It's because, you know, and I hate to have to resort to meeting people, hanging out with people, you know, by means of appointment, because it just, I don't know. I like to just get in my vehicle and drive. If I want to see somebody, I just want to get in my car and go. But I've had so many other plans with so many other people. Like I'm planning a trip to the Upper Peninsula next month to hang out with some friends of mine up there. Probably going to stay a weekend with them. I'm going to meet some other friends that I've been friends with on Facebook. And we're actually going to plan a little meet and greet because it is another cancer warrior who lives in the Upper Peninsula. I'm really looking forward to meeting him. And so I got that going on next month. So there might be, there's going to be a weekend in September when there will be no Sunday video update, just as a heads up. And for clarity, for those of you who watch and listen religiously, like my friend Kara. Hello, Kara, if you're watching. So I got that coming up. But like I said, I've got so many different plans. I have plans to meet up with my girlfriend. I got plans to visit with my mom. I got plans to go up north to the Upper Peninsula. I've got plans to be with people. And I hate like hell to have an appointment style lifestyle because I just want to get in my car and go. But it's convenient for everybody. So that way I'm not overlapping, you know, when I'm supposed to be here and I'm actually going on and so forth. So I like to try to plan ahead before I execute the plan. So if I want to hang out with my girlfriend, I'm going to plan this specific time to hang out with my girlfriend. If I want to, you know, spend time with my mom, I'll plan this specific time. And sometime next month, I'm going to be going to the Upper Peninsula. It just makes it easier. It's convenient. No one's disappointed. No one's hearts are being broken if I can't follow through with my plans, or our plan, so to speak. And I'm not making it appear as though I'm ignoring or putting other people off. I just want to make sure that I will be able to follow through with my plans as I execute them. So, and I don't always discuss my plans or what my next move is going to be, because there's people who watch this and then they want to run back and tell certain individuals that, oh, you got to watch out for this Jared Fuller. It happened. I mean, and it's really fucking incredible. This happened like 3 years ago when I had made plans to go to Louisiana to hang out with some friends down there. And I was already down in Louisiana hanging with my friends. We were going out to dinner. We were hanging out, you know, shopping, doing whatever, checking out the alligators. And then my friend gets a message from one of my haters saying, beware of Jared. And I'm sitting in the front seat of her fucking car and we're just looking at each other. She showed me the message and we're just looking at each other and we start laughing because it's so fucking stupid. But we still had a great time. And so I don't know. There's people who they live to watch other people go down for some reason. They get some kind of fulfillment or entertainment out of it. Yeah, they're too busy watching my life that they don't have a life of their own. And I wouldn't dare make any attempt to try to ruin someone's life, although there is a certain individual in the childhood cancer world who just needs to fucking go away. And his nonprofit organization was shut down by the federal government, which to me is like pure fucking joy, like Christmas morning kind of joy, because I'm sick of people like this. Milk Tyson is who I'm talking about. I'm sick of people like him who are using children to line his pockets. It is absolutely appalling. Yeah, well, when I learned that the Fighting All Monsters nonprofit organization could not accept any more donations, that to me was music to my ears, because you can't exploit people and get rich at their expense. And it just brings up a good point about next month, September being Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. You're going to get people like this in the demographic, whether we like it or not. Of course, I'm not an advocate anymore, but I don't stand for people who are being dishonest and people who are using children to line their pockets. It's fucking awful. The parents are going through enough as it is, dealing with the situation at hand. They shouldn't have to worry about some asshole, some loser asshole who's out there just trying to make a name for himself. So that's that. I love to see people like Milk Tyson get exactly what the fuck they deserve through and through, all day long, every day. I'm just eating my cracker. But the one thing I never did and will never do is find ways of profiting from vulnerable people, especially when it comes to situations that I personally have lived through. It'll never happen. I reach out to people because I want for them to know that they're not alone. And those people who they just want to believe everything they're told, fuck them. I know who my friends are. And the people who want me in their life as much as I want them in mine, we keep it going. And anybody who really knows me knows me. And that's that. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, I kind of had to plug Childhood Cancer Awareness Month being next month. Although I'm not going to be advocating. I'm not going to be, did you know, blah, 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 blah. Chances are, naturally, I've probably already fucking known it to begin with. Because most of the people who, and I don't want to sound crass or insensitive about this, because a lot of those people who do that are very good friends of mine, and they put statistics on Facebook and, they do all that stuff. Personally, I don't care to post statistics. I just know personally that it's real. Childhood cancer is very fucking real. It exists. There are many people out there whose children have experienced it. They've had to sit at bedside, including this guy over here, had to sit at bedside and watch his child go through the worst, most traumatic thing ever. And even, I'm not an advocate anymore, but even when I was an advocate, I never really had a goal. Because goals are for people who are fucking self-centered and self-righteous.
And I hate people that will say, I know how you feel. No, you don't. Unless you've had a child and
yes.
You don't know how it feels.
Unless you have been through that yourself, or unless you've had to sit and watch your child go through something like that, you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. And you don't know how the parents feel.
That would be like me coming out and saying, wait, hey, Jared, I know how you both feel, but I've never been in that situation, so how am I supposed to know how you guys feel?
And I would never want for you to be in that situation.
No, that's worse.
And that goes for you watching at home or from wherever you're watching from. And if you already have been in that situation, it goes out to you. But for the people who want to, pontificate about childhood cancer and, how awful it is, well, guess what? If you've never been through that yourself, I really don't give a fuck to hear about what you think about it. Well, it's of course it's terrible. Of course it's terrible. It's childhood cancer. Of course. It'd be like Amy saying, childhood cancer sucks. It's terrible. Well, I agree. Yeah. But she's not speaking from a personal point of view. She's speaking in terms of a broad generalization that we all can agree upon. Yeah. Cancer sucks. And I would agree with her. I'm not going to sit here and tell her you have nothing to say about it. Of course she does. But she's not speaking from, like I said, she's not speaking from a personal point of view, as if she personally knows, as if she's been personally inconvenienced, because she hasn't been. But speaking on broad generalization, she says cancer sucks. Abso-fucking-lutely it sucks. And I agree with her. 100%. Do you get what I'm saying, Amy? She's nodding her head yes. So I know she would. And I'm not hating on Amy. She knows that.
Oh, Jared, you just hate me. That's why you're doing it.
I just had a friend that died from cancer.
We I mentioned that past couple weeks. And we just lost Olivia Newton-John. For those of you who didn't know, Olivia Newton-John succumbed to cancer last week. She was how old was she? 73? 73 or 74. I think she was 73. She was diagnosed with breast cancer in 1992, and she was going through treatment and going through the pure hell of that. And she passed away last week. She succumbed to her battle, and it's sad. Yeah, it's sad. They had a Grease marathon yesterday on the Freeform channel. For those of you who get Freeform, they had Grease playing all day long, and it's sad. It really is sad. It's and Anne Heche, of course, wasn't cancer related, but Anne Heche, according to California law, they pronounce you dead. If you're brain dead, you're dead. And her IMDb page was updated, showing that she died on August 12th, I think it was. Yes, Friday. So I guess, according to California law, when you're brain dead, you're dead. But her heart's still beating, but she's expected to be taken off life support. And it's just all around sad. She was only 53 years old. It's terrible. Anne Heche, of course, had been fighting drug and substance abuse for a very long time. And she was a hell of an actress, though. I loved 6 Days, 7 Nights with Harrison Ford. That was probably one of my favorite Anne Heche movies. Probably the first Anne Heche movie I've seen was 6 Days, 7 Nights. I know she was on Another World, which I think was a soap opera back in the day. And we actually lost another soap star from Another World. Her last name was Griggs, Robin Griggs. Yes, Robin Griggs. Yeah. She passed away. So there's been a lot of celebrity death. And I think Robin Griggs had cancer, but don't quote me on that. But I think she had cancer. I would have to do a little research and find out the cause of death. There's been a lot of death going on, and it's sad. But speaking, anybody who was a fan of Olivia Newton-John could speak in the broad generalization that, yeah, cancer fucking bites. It sucks. It claims so many lives, and I would agree. But and like Dad pointed out moments ago, if you have never personally been in that situation where you yourself have had to receive treatment, or you sat at bedside watching your child receive treatment, you have nothing to say about anything coming from a personal standpoint. And you would just have to go with, okay, I'm agreeing with the broad generalization that we can all agree upon, that cancer fucking sucks. And it does. I mean, I went to meet a warrior today before I went live on YouTube. He's battling leukemia. He seems to be getting around pretty good. And he's a sweet kid. And like I said, I've had the opportunity of meeting his parents, and they seem pretty cool. Although when I first met them, they really didn't seem all that enthused about meeting me. But today was kind of different. They seemed a little more down to earth and open to discussion, which is nice. And I finally got to meet the warrior. He seems like an awesome kid. He had Dr. Scott and Dr. Garrett, just like I did. And so, and it's a wonder too, because Dr. Scott is set to retire. I thought he was already retired, but he's still in practice. He was an oncologist, and he helps a lot of kids. He saved a lot of kids' lives, including mine. And I was told that when Dr. Scott was having a Nerf gun fight with this warrior that I went to meet today, Dr. Scott had actually dove under his desk to get away from the Nerf bullets. And it's like, Dr. Scott is no spring chicken. And it's a wonder he can still move that quickly to dodge Nerf gun bullets. But I think it's wonderful that Dr. Scott interacts with the children. He is also a professor, by the way. He's not just a pediatric oncologist, hematologist. He's also a professor. He comes from a long line of medical professionals. His whole family, they're from Nigeria. And Dr. Scott has been very instrumental in the fight against childhood cancer. He has saved many lives. Of course, there are many lives that have also been lost, not at the fault of Dr. Scott, but because there's some instances where you can't save everybody, and it's sad, it's dismal. But Dr. Scott is just a one-man rock band. I mean, he is really awesome with the kids. I love and admire him dearly. I am indebted to him. I don't know how I'll ever pay him back for saving my life. And that goes for Dr. Guerra and Dr. Kulkarni as well, although Dr. Kulkarni is retired. Dr. Guerra, I think she's still in practice, but I heard something about her retirement. It is sad to know that these people, these fine, educated individuals, are going to be going out of practice. But as I pointed out, they're no spring chickens. They have put in the years of dedication and service to so many people, including me and my parents. It is time for them to enjoy their life. And Dr. Scott, like I said, he is just an amazing person. I love him dearly. He's a member of my extended family, as far as I'm concerned. And Dr. Guerra, Dr. Kulkarni, they are both extended members of my family. I'll be indebted to them until the day I die.
Can't forget.
And we can't forget who?
Pastor Cotton for
Well,
his help too.
Well, I'm talking about in the medical field.
Yeah.
And yes, I don't want to discount anyone else who's been instrumental in helping us when I was sick, but Dad, Pastor Calkins, who was at Racy Church down the road from where we live. I'm talking about just specifically my medical professionals, Kelly and Debbie and Deborah.
Some guys up there too.
Yes, they're receptionists. One of them actually went on to become an open heart surgeon.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's what I've heard. So when it comes to Lansing, East Lansing, those are, I have a history with those places. It is, Lansing was my battleground for childhood cancer. That's where I went toe to toe with it, and I beat the fuck out of it. That's where many more kids go, and they beat the fuck out of childhood cancer too. They put their foot right up its ass. And there are those who succumb to their battles, and we can't forget them either. But, and as I always say, every kid in my eyes, every kid has their Lansing. In other words, meaning that every kid has they associate their city of to which their hospital is located. They associate the city with the battle. So like I associate Lansing with my cancer battle, and East Lansing with getting pokes and ultrasounds and x-rays and all that stuff, radiation and chemo. That's all very easily associated together. It goes hand in hand. So there's no way that I'm ever going to be able to dissociate cancer with Lansing or Lansing with cancer. It's just, it goes together like hand in glove. And every other person that I'm friends with on Facebook or off Facebook, they have their Lansing too. That's how I would phrase it anyway. But there's so much to be said about childhood cancer and the fine individuals, the professionals who work around the clock, night and day, and we forget those in the higher, higher up in academia when it comes to research and study, the peer-reviewed scientists, the scientists who peer review all the information and they gather the information and they publish that information. They pass that down to scholars and then they print it and make it available for publication to the oncologists. So there's all kinds of wrenches in the machinery of discovering cures and discovering new ailments and discovering all kinds of different, pestilence that occurs in the world. And they're very dedicated to what they do. Everybody's got their Lansing and everybody's got their Dr. Scott, so to speak. But I think I've driven that point home by rambling. And we're already, wow, it's almost 4 o'clock already. How quickly the hour goes by. And you two have hardly said a word.
We're just sitting here listening. I could watch the video.
Got to turn the music off on that. And I can't, and I got to have the TV muted because I don't want to get hit with copyright. But anyway, this has been a good Sunday video update. Everything's good. Yeah, we finally got rain.
Don't forget.
Yes.
I forgot to mention about my lung issues and how they got me on the machine now.
Yeah.
And APAP is what it's called.
APAP.
Yes. The thing it does is, let's say I stop breathing.
Yeah.
It'll push air into my lungs to open them up enough
yeah.
I can still breathe on my own.
So in other words, it sends like a signal.
Yeah.
To the machine, and then it just.
Yeah, I've got to use that for 30 days, and then after the 30 days, I don't know what happens from there.
Yeah.
Unless they just put, because they go in and
Mind
read
me,
the
folks.
readings.
Just adjusting my mic. Anyway, go ahead.
They go in and read the readings on the machine, and then figure out from there what to do next.
Gotcha.
So I may end up having to use oxygen at night.
Well, you do what you got to do, right?
Yeah. Well, and like I tell everybody, I look at it as it's been passed down. My mother had lung issues. My dad had lung issues.
It's genetic.
Yes.
It's
so
just passed down.
Has sleep apnea now.
Yeah. So after today's Sunday video, I don't know. I might go somewhere. I haven't decided yet. I got a full tank of gas.
I'm letting Dad decide what goes on today. I just sit back and chill.
So did you have any plans today, Dad? Yeah, go for a ride. Get the hell out of here for a while. I'll probably go for a ride just to get out and enjoy the day because it's not hot, it's not humid, it's not muggy, it's comfortable.
That's what I figured later on.
And I think it's like 72 degrees outside.
That's what I figured later on. I'll make that dinner because it's not going to be so hot and humid.
Right, yeah. And it's expected to cool. I'm actually looking forward to the crisp, cold weather. Because I kind of pointed this out on Facebook. If you're friends with me on Facebook, I cannot wait to make another pan of my chili. There's been requests for my chili. People want chili. I love chili. There's no other food I would rather eat during the winter and fall than chili. Because it just warms you up, opens your sinuses and such. But the way I make chili, oh yeah. You can't have one bowl. You're coming back for second and third and fourth and fifth bowls. I have a 12-quart stock pot. And when it starts getting high, I'll confront these two. I'll ask them for their vote. Do you want me to make my chili? Because I just, all I got to do is just give me the word. Tell me yes or no. But of course, I have to include my own vote. But chances are I don't get like 2 yes, 1 no, 2 no's, 1 yes. I don't get that. I'll just tell them, hey, I'm going to go up to Frank's and I'm going to get the ingredients to make my chili. And then I usually call my brother and his girlfriend, invite them over and say, hey, I got the good stuff. Not my taco salad, but it's even better. You made your chili. Yes, I did make my chili. And I have no complaints on my chili whatsoever. And I shared on Facebook. My brother's girlfriend says, oh, I don't like chili. I don't eat chili. I don't like it because, you know, I've had Hormel chili my whole life and I just don't like it. And it's like, oh, no, sweetheart. I don't have Hormel chili. I make my chili right from scratch. So I just buy the usual ingredients, throw it all together. She says, I don't like chili. I said, oh, yeah, take a bite of this. Try this. She'll take a bite and, oh, my God. Yeah. Oh, my God. That's right. Because it's not Hormel. It's homemade. And so I get requests for chili. I get requests for my taco salad, which if it wasn't for my cousin Heidi, I wouldn't have ever learned how to make taco salad. It's fairly easy to make. There's nothing to it. What's that? I don't do Hormel chili. What? Yeah, it is nasty. I will never buy Hormel chili. I will never buy chili pre-made in a can ever. And it's not to say that, you know, while there are some people who they prefer it that way because it might be cheaper instead of going out and buying the ingredients to make it. I don't like chili in a can. Yeah, because exactly what Amy said, because it has that tinny taste to it. I would rather do everything homemade. And like I said, I have not had complaints. No complaints. This many complaints. Zero. Goose egg. No complaints. So in a way, I am looking forward to the crisp weather, the cooler air. You know, like hoodie weather and candles and pumpkin spices everybody's obsessed with nowadays. I enjoy making chili. Chili is like one of my favorites to make, especially and you know, when we have a fresh fall of snow in the wintertime, that's probably the best time to make chili. Because when it's cold outside, when it's 20 below zero, and you step outside for a few minutes and you're you know, freezing cold, you come in, you have some chili that you know, simmering on the stovetop, come in, get you a bowl, it'll warm you right up instantly.
Yeah, and then you eat,
Then you go to sleep. That's right.
You're nice and warm inside, and you're on the couch with a blanket or whatever, and you first thing you know.
Yeah. I love making chili. And I do get requests for taco salad during the summertime because, like I said, if it wasn't for my cousin Heidi, I wouldn't have ever learned how to make it. Now, like at Thanksgiving and Easter, I prepare green bean casserole. And my cousin Heidi, I taught her a different way of making it because my mother had taught me, because my mom learned from her mom, that I always add shredded cheese to my green bean casserole. Not everybody does. And I explained to Heidi, my cousin, and I told her, I said, well, I usually add shredded cheese to mine. That's how I've always made it. She says, you add shredded cheese to yours? I said, yes, ma'am. She said, I'm going to have to try it like that sometime. And sure as shit, she, I think she tried it with shredded cheese and no complaints. Because that's how I learned how to make it. My grandma made it that way. My mom learned from her mom, and I learned from my mom. So we passed down the generations of cooking recipes and such. My grandma, my mom's mom, used to have cookbooks, recipes like you wouldn't believe. My grandma used to make everything from scratch. She grew her own crops. She would just make everything from scratch. She would, you know, knead the dough for bread, and she would make homemade noodles. She would do that. Everything. My grandma made everything from scratch. My grandmother had come up with a Hot Pocket before it was patented. She did everything. My grandma did everything. She cooked and cleaned and managed to have a bunch of kids. She was pregnant a total of 17 times. So my grandmother was a very busy woman, and she had a hobby on Saturday night. That's why she had so many kids. I love you, Grandma. But yeah, you learn through the generations. It's passed down from, like, my grandma taught my mom, and then my mom taught me. And it's just like with my dad. You know, he probably learned some things from his mom, or, you know, whatever. I don't know if he learned anything from grandpa, but some things are just passed down through the generations, and that's how you learn, and that's how you keep tradition alive, and that's how you keep it going. You just got to keep passing it down. So now I'm talking food, and I got this plate of sharp cheddar cheese and hickory stick and the crackers. So I'll probably just have a few more bites of that before I head out the door again. I don't know where I'm going to go. I might just hop in the van and take off. So we're down to the last 9 minutes of the show.
Wherever the four wheels take you.
Wherever the four wheels take me. We are down to the last 9 minutes of the show, and I want to thank all of you so much for stopping by and indulging me for this past hour. It's been great. It's been fun. It's hard to believe we're already in August. This year has gone by quickly, and it continues to go by quickly. But it's been a lot of fun. Was there any, I guess I could do this now. Is there any final words you want? Take care of each other and watch out for people. How about you, Amy?
Peace out. Be safe. Adios.
So, plans this week. I don't know if I'm going. Am I going to Billy's tomorrow night? I don't know. I haven't decided. I definitely would like to try to get up to see my mom and spend the day with her. And
I was just telling Dad I'd like to go to Maxine's plot and my grandmom and my grandmother's.
yeah. And as far as hanging out with my girlfriend, we might have some plans made this week. She's actually busy right now trying to find work. She's trying to apply for a job because she's going to be getting her own place. And I don't want to give too many details away, but she's trying really hard, and I'm supporting her, and I'm giving her the love and affection that she needs. And I really hope the best for her, and she knows that I'm on her side 100%, and I support everything she does. So to kind of give a little more background before I go anyway, because we're down to the final minutes of the show. Like I said, my girl and I, we actually have been friends on Facebook for any number of years, because I had followed a page, and I discovered that she was from Michigan, from Southeast Michigan. And so I've always liked her. And she was with this guy who just, like, absolute shit, disregarded her son and his needs, disregarded her and her needs, and all that jazz. They finally split up. And even when I met her, because she used to work at Applebee's, and I had driven all the way to Southgate, Michigan, which is a suburb of Detroit, I went to Applebee's to meet her for the first time. And she was wearing her mask, but she had the most gorgeous eyes. And I was immediately drawn to her eyes. She still has beautiful eyes. And she was kind of broke up with the guy she was with, but not quite. And when we discovered who each other was, I knew her instantly. I immediately recognized her because, like I said, you don't mistake beautiful eyes when you see them. And she says, "You're Jared, right?" And I said, "Yep." And she's like, give me a hug, give me a hug. So I gave her the biggest hug. And from there, we were talking, getting to know each other. And it was last week on August 9th that we decided to, because we have liked each other for such a long time, and we made it official that we should be in a relationship. It was like, okay. But I had to ask her. She didn't ask me. I asked her, you want to be my girl? And she says, I don't see why. Let's make it happen then. So bada boom, bada bing, we're boyfriend, girlfriend. And I don't know if we have plans this week. I'm hoping we do, because I would love to see her again. And I haven't met her son yet. I'm really hoping I get to meet him sometime soon. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. Things are starting to turn around a little bit. And even if it turns out to where the relationship doesn't work out, which I don't want to be pessimistic about this, because I really hope it does work out. But even if the relationship comes to an end and we both mutually agree to see other people or to just be friends, I'm okay with that too. But I really, 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 really like her. And I want for this relationship to work. So I'm going to do everything and anything in my power to make this relationship stay alive. And like I said, I am totally looking forward to hanging out with her and making plans with her. And, I like to, yeah, I would like to maybe take her out to dinner sometime or take her to a movie. I haven't been inside of a movie theater in who knows how fucking long. But I have some ideas worked up. I want to, I just want to include her in some of the things I like to do. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I think her son will enjoy it too. But I want to take her out to dinner. I want to actually go out on our first official date where I'm taking her out to dinner. And, that's what I want to do. But we'll have to agree on a restaurant. So yeah, I think we're pretty much closing in on the 4:00 hour, which we are, about 3 minutes to go. I thank you all so much for joining me this week for the Sunday video update. I will be back next week, which I think is the 21st, if my math serves me correctly. Amy, you got, oh, she's busy. I think next Sunday is the 21st, if I'm doing the mental math, because 4 + 7 is 11, and then you carry the 1, so I think it's the 21st. So today is Anthony's birthday. Happy birthday, Anthony. 19 today.
Yep, next Sunday would be
the 21st. And this is the 800th video on this channel. So I'm really surprised that I stuck with this channel for as long as I have and for so many years. And I've recorded so many videos, so many different, random stuff, random things. And I thank all of you for being subscribed to my channel and for sticking around through the years and for putting up with me and my big fucking mouth for all these years. But after 800 videos, if you don't understand by now that I actually care about people and I want to do what I think is best to help other people thrive and benefit, if you don't get that message after 800 videos, then I don't know what the fuck to tell you. 800 videos and I'm still here, still kicking, still getting things done, still doing the Sunday video updates. And speaking of Sunday video updates, I will be back next Sunday for another edition of the Sunday video update. And I hope you'll join me, and I hope you won't be shy. And I hope you'll actually leave a comment in my chat log. But there's always next week. So much love. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week, guys. Take care. Actually, yeah, we can end it now. I'm only a minute shy of 4 o'clock. But anyway, I'm out. Take care.